Hello friends, welcome to the north side of 22 Hundo in the speedrun series. Today we are going to... What is an opening that I have never played? Caro Kann. Now that is not something that I go to. Let's see what I can do with the Caro Kann. I'm pretty sure that... Oh, Caro Kann Panov. Okay, I dig this. Okay, let's go. So we are going to turn this into the Panov Nimzo. E6. It is going to be an isolated pawn structure, and now, or hanging pawns as you will find out, now we are going to finally make a video. I'm super excited about this when I'm actually playing against the IQP rather than with it. My opening repertoire is such, or used to be rather, I should say, that I hardly ever played against the IQP, and I did have it a fair few occasions, so I tended to be on the more active side with the structural long-term weakness, if you will. Now, here we are going to do something really weird. We are going to summon a very good friend who goes by the name of Anatoly Karpov, who made this idea very, very popular back in the day. And ever since, Panov Nimzo players love playing this structure, which is going to be the quite surprising move bishop takes c3. And when my opponent takes back, I'm going to play queen c7. And now there is an awkward pileup on the c file, which usually is parried by the moves queen d3 or queen e2. And then, generally speaking, this one is playable too. Black likes to put a knight on d7, the bishop goes to b7, and we have got a very harmonious piece formation. Now, because my opponent played queen b3, I am contemplating knight c6 since it threatens with knight a5, but then I'm thinking that after knight c6, bishop d3, there's not really any benefit of having the knight on c6 where it interferes with the diagonal. This bishop is my number one trump card, if you will, and so I really want to ensure that its diagonal is not messed with. Now my opponent wants to read out here to kick my queen, which I'm not particularly worried about, I think, because I've got queen c6, I hope. Let me think about this for a second. So bishop b7, bishop g3, queen c6, bishop b5, queen e4, rook e1. Okay. Can play knight e4 here, I think, to prevent bishop g3 because if bishop takes e6. Fe, queen takes e6, and my loose knight is falling. So yeah, I'm going to play this. But I might not walk into this bishop b5 move. I think I'm just going to pull back to c8, because now I'm threatening to take f3 as well. Yeah, let's see how we go here. If knight e5, I'll take it. If bishop takes, I pull back to d7. Okay, bishop d3 makes sense. But now I can get another trade in. Now, this is a very weird and challenging concept, which is that I'm causing all kinds of structural issues for white. But they have got two bishops versus two knights, which is really scary stuff. But since after take, I feel like I've got queen c6, rook c8. I'm going to do this. So take. They're going to take back, and we go queen c6 to go after the pony here. Right. Now, I was thinking here rook c8. Actually, I don't know if I like my position. Because I only reckoned with c4, which I think is a mistake. Because if they play rook c1, then the dual threats of bishop a6 and b5 are really obnoxious. Okay, queen d5 is an interesting move. Rook d8 is a very cheeky move with the threat of knight c5. Actually, I don't mind this move too much. It's a cheeky one. It's a threat though, because after rook d8, knight c5, they go queen b5. I still have nothing. So it's not quite worth it. Ah la la. Anyway, let's go here because it allows me to do another maneuver which might turn out handy, which is knight here, and then trying to jump the knight in here or here via knight h5, or potentially knight d5. So this knight goes to g6. Wow, my arrows. Anyway, if I play here now, knight c5 is a threat. By the way, my opponent overlooked the threat or calculated here, which I find the less likely out of the two. Yeah, I think now I should do this. Because if they play rook here, I think now I have knight c5. Yeah, I do. We managed to sell a cute tactico. Okay, now if it goes to a normal trade, and by that I mean that let's say the queen drops back and we trade, then we have got the ultimate dream. That was plan B, which I also looked at. And this is also very optimal because now we are going to trade the H pawn for the D pawn, which is a huge quality change in our favor. I'm going to take with the king and we're going to retake this with the queen. So now white only has isolated pawns left. So from here on out, my objective will be to trade like my life depended on it. Rook d2 is a very attractive idea here. I don't know if it works with the idea if rook f5, then rook e5, then rook f2. Because if bishop f2, I can pick off this. I really, really like this move. So rook e5, rook f2, king g1. Or maybe even king h1. Ooh, he wants to trade. Really? Am I missing some tactic here? What's going on here? I don't get this. Why is he trading? He's not meant to trade. Like that's, I'm sending a thank you letter with that move. Okay, so now knight here, and I'm threatening to win the game with take and take. So knight h5, rook d1, knight g3 tactic, no. But, oh, after rook d1 I can't go here because of check. That sucks. That really sucks. Could go queen g5 with the idea of rook f2 and take, rook d1. Maybe knight d7 to come to c5. I so hate it that I never give myself enough time. Okay, let's go here. Then a5. And if take, then c5. The reason why I play this move is because I want to go to c5. Okay, now I can't go here because check picks off my knight, so I need to be careful here. I have to go here, and that I'm afraid that he has got a5 here after take. I think I slightly botched this. And when I say slightly, I mean entirely. Yeah, take a5 is probably a problem-free equalizer there for white, which I have no idea what this move was meant to be. Yeah, this doesn't look right to me. So I just can't win by tactical means. Okay, so rook b2. Hang on a second. Actually, I am winning by tactical means because knight d3 next is gonna hit like a truck. So if rook d1, I believe I have rook f2, bishop f2, queen f2, and whichever way the king goes, I take, and then I pick off the rook. So this is game over, but this was not a good game, and at this point I have officially decided that I'm not going to play any more 10 holes for the speedrun series because I can't talk and think at the same time, or rather I can, but one of them suffers. Yeah, now just queen e4 next and it's all over, right? I mean, knight f4 check already wins an exchange, but I think this is cleaner. Yeah. Okay, I guess resignation is logical since knight f2 would have picked off an exchange. I think queen e2 is a winning move here, and I believe even take check would have won the rook. Yeah, it does actually, because if queen here, sorry, king here, then check. If king to any of these, then check. So yeah, that was pretty handy. But I definitely made a serious mistake in this game, because here after queen d4 my opponent should have traded an a5. This is a move that I shouldn't have allowed. The reason why it's strong is because it trades off one of the isolated pawns, right? If I had time here for knight c5, it would be fabulous for me. But I can't take this because now this pawn is literally unstoppable. And so I have to just ignore this. I need to blockade the other pawn. But after take, they can just simply pile up on it. And then I don't have enough to win this. I don't know what the correct way to play this was. I feel like at this point my opponent is definitely on the back foot. I think rook d1 was bad. They shouldn't be trading. And here after a4, I don't know. I couldn't see the knockout punch after knight h5 rook here. Maybe there is one, but I just couldn't see it. Yeah, let's go into game review and see what the review says. 91. 85. Okay, that's not pretty. 2 mistakes, 1 miss. Let's go. So Panov. Yeah, doesn't like the Karpovian idea. No wonder there. B6 is good. 97, not best. Maybe bishop b7 is more precise, which I didn't even think about. Okay, I've made a fair few baddies here. This was not a good game. So far so good. Queen c8 best. Bishop d3. And here the engine already likes knight h5 to hunt down the bishop. No, now it switches to bishop f3. So I actually played the best move. Okay, I'm glad. Ooh, but now it's bishop hunt time. But what if bishop d6? That's the one I didn't like. Rook d8 and then let's say... Well, c4, then I have this. Yeah, the engine actually gives a draw here. Which is kind of lame. So what do I do if they just play bishop e4? Exchange sack. Yeah, of course! Why am I not learning from Mr. Feingold? Always sack the exchange. Take, and now you have got a monster knight on f4. And the checkmate with that, by the way, like bishop e4, e5, double exclam. And if takes, then knight f4. And if takes, then Matutsky. So they have to go king h1 here, but that's still mate after queen here, here, and here. Wow, that is so cool. That is so cool. So yeah, I was a bit too loose here, giving zero care about the two bishops being unbothered on the board. Rook d8 was good. Knight f8. I did call knight f8, but I was tempted by this, which is why I lined up this threat, and that's a mistake. That's a mistake because of bishop h6. I really was hoping that they wouldn't do it, but that was a mistake. And I need to own that. Like, that was stupid. I should have done what I called, which was knight here, and then other knight. Oh my god, hero here. With the ultimate destination on f4. And black is better. So my actual evaluation of the position was correct, that black here has enough compensation for the two bishops in shape of the too many wonky pawns. That was bingo. And I think we are on track more or less now. Thank you for the sub on YouTube. It's not very common that I catch a live sub. Queen takes bad? What? Bro, I'm playing checkers. Ah, yeah. This with a new target there. And knight d5 hitting. Oh man, that was potato-esque. Okay, now you guys get to roast me for playing checkers. That was bad. That was bad too. King g8, walking out of the motif. Fair. Prophylaxis. Best move, which I said it was bad. Shout out to the coach. Kindergarten tactic. I'll give you 5 seconds to find it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, I'm an idiot. Take, check, take. And black is winning. Ay. Coach is definitely... You can tell that I just came home from a day of teaching. Brain is not functioning. That is embarrassing, bro. And that, I told you, a5. Having said that, the engine evaluates this still to my favor with e5 take and take, which I briefly looked at, by the way, but I didn't call because I didn't think it was much different. But now we can hope to kill this bishop entirely after f6. Like, you just can't break out. Yeah, I would have won this, I reckon. If I had found d5, that is. But yeah, queen b4 was bad and I knew it. And I think... Oh, really? e5? Oh, e5, e4 must be the idea here. What's wrong with my move, though? Oh, queen c3. Would have kept it level-ish. E5, though. Because they can't take because I take that. And if take, then this may still be winnable. I think I would have had still here decent chances for a dub. But yeah, overall, this game is not gonna go down as my finest efforts. Even here I missed the mate with knight f4. Jesus. Wait, what? Oh, never mind. I got too excited. Yeah, fair enough. Actually, I missed the mate too. Woo, boy. Ah, this is not a pretty game. If bishop not takes, then it's mate down here. So the bishop has to take. Mind you, this would have been a fair bit of calculation, but that would have been a beautiful demonstration. Check, and if bishop takes, then we have got check here and Matutsky or Matutsky. Whereas if king h5, I'm guessing it's gonna be check, takes, queen check, king here, queen check, bishop g3, f5. Oh, what a mate! Wait, I went check here, and oh me god, that would have been glorious. Now, granted, rook f2 was completely winning, and as soon as I saw that it was winning, I played it, but it's still not an excuse for missing the unmissable. Well, there you go. We learned a lot today. We learned that once we give up the two bishops, which was correct, we need to go after one of them immediately, even if it fixes the pawn structure a little bit, or at least threaten to capture at times and perhaps prepare the occupation of the weakest square. And we also learned that I missed a lot of tactics here. starting with rook d3 here, which was a no-brainer, continuing here with rook d4, then missing here rook takes f2, that was awful, knight c5 was alright, e5 was missed here, and then here I missed knight f4. Well, still a fun game, and I hopefully demonstrated to you that I am willing to engage with any pawn structure on either color. So today we did the IQP, which quickly turned into a hanging pawn structure, and it was a little bit of a different vibe from the usual openings I play as well. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And on that note, I would like to ask you to please smack the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, send me some love, and I will see you in the next video soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.